Our part 2 video for creating your body paragraphs of your feature article. Yesterday, you created your topic sentence for your entire feature article, which is in the top of our house illustration. And then you also created your 3 subtopics that are going to be in your feature article. Those are the details. Today, you are going to add transition words, some evidence, and your own explanation about these topics. Okay, so just to kind of refresh your memory, we took our boxes and bullets from reading and we changed those into our topic sentence and our 3 details. And then I have linked this document right here, and it is transition words that you can use. Since we're writing a feature article, you're kind of writing things in an order. So if you want to use order, or if you are providing kind of like the another example of evidence, you could use in addition, to add on to what you want to say. So you need to find a transition word that you can write at the top of your details that will help you transition from one section of your feature article to the next. Okay. And then the main part of your work today is going to be to provide either a quote or some type of evidence from your research that will prove your point. Okay, so you will notice that the first one that I have right here to show about money is an actual quote. I quoted who wrote it in my box. Okay, so I found out that the most expensive league sports can cost parents up to $8,000 or 10% of their salary each year. And it was stated by Time Magazine. And this is just for one season of an elite team. Okay, that's very, very expensive. So think about all the kids that can't play because the cost is so high. And that was an expensive league, but still, the price is high. So I pulled an actual quote. You'll notice I put quotation marks around. It looks like the quotation marks are around what's actually being said. And then the other 2 are pieces of information or facts that I found that I may have paraphrased. Okay. If you need help with quoting something or paraphrasing something, I have put a video down here to show you how to quote or paraphrase something. All right. And then also how to summarize. Okay. Summarizing could be used as a little bit of an explanation too. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my paraphrase. So I took some information that I got and I kind of put some things together to kind of show an example. And so what I was trying to say here was people might get burnt out or quit playing. And I found some information that said that data suggests that athletes who had early specialized training withdrew from their sport due to either injury or a burnout from the sport. So I kept finding research about kids that start really early and they specialize in one sport. They're the ones that tend to burn out quicker. So I put that paraphrase in that section. And then over here on overuse injuries, I found a piece of information from a text and I put it into my own words. I put overuse injuries are difficult to diagnose because the pain caused by repetitive motions that often go unreported or are overlooked by the athlete during the initial injury. So essentially what that means is if a kid gets, if a volleyball player gets shin splints, they may It might hurt for a little bit, but it doesn't hurt so bad that it makes them so they can't play at all. But it just and they don't tell their coach because they want to keep playing. So they just keep doing that same motion over and over again until it gets to the point where they can't play anymore. All right. And then the last section is kind of your explanation, something that you can kind of say to sum things up that you learned about. Okay? So I have a lot of research on different costs of leagues and things that I found that are all on my recording sheet that you guys did last week. And when I look at all that information that I have, I just kind of feel like that a lot of parents spend this money thinking that they're going to get an investment in their or get a payout for their investment, which means they think that their kid, by paying all this money, that someday their kid's going to be able to play on a college or a pro team and they'll be paid back. All right, so here's my explanation. I put some parents and coaches believe that when kids play on elite teams, there is better access to spots on college rosters and scholarships to top college programs. Okay, so I know that in this subtopic of my article, these three things are going to be kind of the key to my whole section. I'm going to have some other things that I'm going to talk about too, but these are the three things that I have to have in there. Okay, so this house model is just so you can have a guideline of the things that you need to have in your research. You need to have a topic statement. You need to have a main detail or a subtopic. You need to have some type of evidence, fact, quote, or a paraphrase, and then you need to explain yourself. Okay, so those are all the things that have to be in your paragraph. So what we're going to do next week is you are going to take this information and the notes that you've been taking, and you are going to start drafting long each of your subtopics. So we are going to write out the body of your feature articles next week. So by Friday of this week, you should have all of this house filled out and turned in. Okay? You are doing great. Good job.